Hey, how you doing? I just want to talk about the program and how basically I want to talk about how they're talking about people being cloned. How, they're conducting experiments on cloning people and things. And you know about Dolly the sheep and that in China they cloned a sheep named Dolly and that and they were successful in cloning the first sheep and they've been doing these things also with humans as well. And in secret, they've been conducting experiments and that cloning experiments. They've actually had children in China and things who have had children with through cloning and things like that. And with the gangstalking program, they say also like certain people, celebrities, presidents, established people. Some of those people have been, they say, have been cloned, have been replaced. And, all they've got is this programmed clone that's basically programmed and just doing all the tasks like a puppet and things like that. And, they're conducting cloning experiments and things like that as well. Like there's a lady who basically had a boyfriend and he turned around and told her that he's been a clone. He's been off the planet since the 90s, and they cloned him and that he's a clone, and he's been off the planet since the 90s. And that's a shocking story to hear somebody say that they're a clone and they're a part of some experiment. And the gang stalking, mind control, and all types of experiments going on, and they're actually cloning people and things. And they're taking out very established people, they're taking out celebrities, they're taking out politicians and people in Hollywood and all that type of stuff. And they say a lot of those people are being cloned, and presidents all the way through to celebrities and stuff. And they've all been like executed and replaced with clones and that. And that cloning's been going on for a very long time. And who knows what type of like experiments they've got running, creating clone people, and programming people, putting people in place, and programming all these clones and that you see. you know and you see a lot of pictures, how before and after, like what people look like and things. You can see the faces, how their faces look different. Their like appearance looks a lot different the way they used to look. And the clone, when they clone people, they don't perfect it. It's not actually like a perfect clone. There's some sort of similarities and things that aren't the same in the clone. And they're still like perfecting that science and things like that. And they're just conducting all their experiments and on cloning and that as well. And a lot of military people and things like that, when you watch like alien channels like Gaia, when you're watching like you know certain people like talking about their life, and basically they're saying like they worked in the military, and they were fighting aliens and all types of like creatures and things, and that they were a clone, and that they lived in like avatar bodies and things like that, and they were cloned experiments and things. And the dude's saying like, I'm a clone, and this is not who my original body and stuff like that. And he worked in the military and stuff like that. People talking about all types of cloning experiments, and they get like launched through time, and like they even travel through time and things, and they get another clone body and all types of things, and they wake up in their beds and things, being replaced and all that with clones. So I just want to say, in the gang stalking program, it's very possibility people are being cloned and that as well. They're being replaced with clones, and they're just being controlled like on a massive scale, like, you know, they're replacing people's bodies completely, you know, and just programming people and like conducting all their experiments on society and that, you know, and these elite people, you know, they've got probably a whole army of clones. They've probably got, they can create armies of clones and replace people easily and stuff, you know, with clones, and you know, just basically doing all their tasks for them, and they just create people and that for themselves, and they don't really need us as humans and stuff, you know, and they try to, like, you know, that's why they're trying to depopulate the planet and things like that, because, you know, they can clone us. It's a possibility they'll just replace us with clones or whatever, do that all over again and reset everything all over, and that, and you know, they've basically got all the seeds and all the DNA, and they keep all the genetics of our world, and that when, you know, they wipe out our world and probably like replace us all with like genetic hybrids and things like that, you know. And yeah, you just hear all about those kind of things, experiments that they got conducting, that they actually like replace people with clones, even as far as that, you know. And with that being said, take care.